So what we're going to do, we're going to count down from 10. You can all join in. I'm sure you know the words. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is the Staff Canteen Live. Thank you very much for coming. Please put your hands together. Go absolutely mad for Rupert Rowley. Who have you got working with you, chef?
My lovely assistant today. I'm going to have to check the name.
This is Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie from UCB. Rupert, tell the audience what you're cooking, chef.
So we're going to do a spiced Norfolk quail with mango, coconut, and peanuts. So this is a dish from Fisher's. We've done as a starter at Fisher's, and also a little smaller version on the tasting menu.
Fantastic. Off you go.
Right. So brilliant. Right. We're going to start off. I've just made me check my notes. So we're going to make the marinade first, very quickly, very easily. It's even quicker because most of it's all cut up ready. So just in a liquidizer, straight in. I am going to get my ingredients out here so I don't get it wrong. So luckily, put it all in prepared. A little knife. Okay. This marinade, we're using it obviously today. This is for quail, but it can be for other things as well. Fish, lighter meats, I would say, rather than heavier meats. So we've got the juice and the zest of 2 limes. So that goes in. Right, I'm going to ask you, you can open those. Yeah, so just scrape that all out. Just get that all in there, okay? We've got the juice and the zest from 2 oranges as well. Okay, so that all goes in. We've got demerara sugar. That goes in. Tend to find the demerara's got a bit more flavour to it, so always tend to use that for these sorts of things. Don't go too mad with the sugar because it tends to, when you're marinating stuff with sugars, obviously it burns a lot easier when you're doing it, so not too much. We've got desiccated coconut, so that goes in.
So I know you said you're working from a list there. How important is it to make sure that all of those quantities are correct?
Yeah, there's certain things, like I hate weighing stuff. You know, I'm always bang a bit of this, bang a bit of that. But if you make a marinade or something like that, and you want it to be the same every time. Yep. So certainly for things like marinades, we do quite a lot of this stuff at Fisher's. So yeah, you need recipes, and they need to be followed for that. Same with like coatings and anything like that. You need sort of set recipes that are followed. 60 grams of soya sauce, light soya sauce. I detest dark soy. It's just too strong, and that's all you end up tasting. So always use light soya sauce. We've got tamarind paste. Again, you can use the fresh tamarind now, which is easily available. But for something like this, it's not really necessary. Just get it out of a tin, and it works really, really well. So that all goes in there.
So where does these sort of Caribbean, sort of Asian sort of influences come from for this dish then?
Well, this one, I did this after I do some work for a company called Curry Life, a trade magazine for Indian restaurants. And I've been doing some work now with them for a couple of years. And this one, I did a trip to Sri Lanka.
Oh, fantastic.
This time last year.
Yeah.
And this kind of came from that, really. It's an old recipe that I sort of redid after being on that trip. Because I've always, like, even back when I was at Le Mans, we were using stuff, you know, lemongrass, ginger and all of that. It was very much the norm. And I've always think that's important in cooking.
We were talking about Raymond the other night and just how way ahead of his time he was.
Yeah. So grated ginger in there as well. You can just force that lot out of there, please. Then I've got, trying to make sure I've got this. So I put garlic cloves in there, red chilli, about half a red chilli. Again, I don't bother cutting it up, just chuck it in. We're going to blitz it all up. Then I've got here a curry paste. So that goes in. That is a bought one. It's not one we've made. I don't believe in making things harder than they need to be. If you've got a product that you can buy that's as good, then why mess about? You know, and especially nowadays with the shortage of chefs and whatnot that we've got, as much as you can to make your life more straightforward, embrace that.
Is there a chef shortage then?
Not for me now. And then vegetable oil. Again, this is just really to bulk it out a bit. And just veg oil. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Just straightforward veg oil. That all goes in. Then lid on.
There you go, chef.
Ah, thank you.
That's all right. I
Straight
have
on
my
there.
uses.
Straight in there. Now, this is when these machines catch me
Yeah.
out.
Stand back in the front row.
There we go. We're all right. We're all right. So, and then just blitz that up till it's really, really fine, till it's really smooth. So, again, like with the zest and all of that, the lad who weighed this all out for me is microplaned it. You just do it with a peeler. Just do it with a knife. Just chuck it in. Make it as straightforward as possible. But you want that nice and smooth. Yeah? So you get it down to a smooth paste. I have actually brought one that I've already done, which is in here. We just add those two together now.
So this is obviously something you could prepare way in advance, isn't it?
Make this in bulk. Do you want to say that around the back?
Would it freeze?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I would never dream of making this amount. It would be too full.
Absolutely. Yeah,
why waste your time?
Yeah.
And most marinades just get better anyway.
Yeah.
So make it up. At Fishers, we've always worked very much methodically.
Yeah.
If there's a job you can do once every 2 weeks, do it every 2 weeks, as long as you store it correctly. You've got to work sensibly, otherwise it doesn't work. People, we've got the chef's table now at Fishers, and the amount of people who come and think that when we get like a lobster ravioli on, somebody's literally going to fish a lobster out of a tank and start cutting it up and make. They don't when you get it out of a drawer and it's already made. They don't realise that that's what we do. So right, that's not done. So the quail. Okay, I've got to be honest here. I did this. I told you what I was doing for this way back last year, and then at the beginning of January, I read that Norfolk Quail was shutting down. They were doing some work at their premises to expand and whatnot, and I went, oh, shit, I can't get my quails. So these aren't actually Norfolk quails, but we do use Norfolk quails all the time, and they are a great, great product. But just so, because somebody might go, well, hold on a second, they've not started production yet. So very simple with this. When working at like Le Manoir and Lawson, we used to do a lot of dishes, boning out quails, boning out pigeons, and stuffing them and filling. And I've always liked that. I always thought it was fantastic. But nowadays, it's not so easy to do. So I've always looked for ways around that to make that simpler and more straightforward, but still try to create the same effect. So with this, all I do is nick the legs off. Make sure that you've got enough skin to cover the breast, so you've not taken too much off, because we are going to leave the skin on. So the two legs off. So then you've got it down to the crown. Just cut the neck off. Okay, that. And then all I do is take the two breasts off. Can you find me a pastry brush? I think there should be one in there. We've got it there ready. Brilliant.
What do you need, Chef?
No, it's all right. Mark
Okay.
Mackenzie's got it for me.
Okay.
So we just take the breasts off. Like that.
So what made you decide after leaving Sheffield College to go to the Manoir Cat Saison?
Well, it was when I was at Sheffield College, when I started the third year, there was a placement, and used to do a 3-month placement.
Yep.
And there was the Manoir was one of the options, and I wanted that.
Yep.
So that was my kind of goal then, and I got it. And I went there for 3 months, and loved it. Thought it was brilliant. And then I did my placement. I went back to college, and then I left and I went to the Manoir, because I just wanted to go. I wanted to get into that. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was really, the stuff they were doing and everything. But I also, one of the big appeals for me to being a chef was also the lifestyle of it all. It was a good laugh. It was a great place to be, and I enjoyed it.
Well, if you spend that many hours at work, you've got to enjoy it, right?
Yeah. It was a big brigade with a lot of chefs, so the nightlife was good as well. And it just appealed to me. We need some cling film. Okay, so we've just got that, very straightforward, 2 breasts off, but I've left the skin on, just enough skin to cover the breast. Okay, then with the legs, all I do is just take out the thigh bone. I don't bother boning the whole thing out. Purely, again, I like to take some of it out for ease of eating, but again, it's easier just to leave that bit in. It's about thinking about what's the most effective way of doing it and doing that. Brilliant. Okay, yeah. How long have I got? I better hurry up then. Okay, I'm talking too much. So we just take that out. Okay, right. So then, normally, chop these up, roast them off, and use this into your sauce. I'm not going to do that today, just to make it more straightforward, but that is what I would normally do. Let's just turn that up and get that boiling. Okay, so then, with these now, very simply, just get rid of that one, we don't need that. Okay, using some cling film, what we do is lay one breast down, okay, so the fat side to that end, and then using a product, which I've just lost. Was there a little bag of white powder on that tray I just gave you?
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
was, yeah.
I'm tidying up and tidying away what I need. So using a product called transglutamase, which is a meat glue, so it stick proteins together.
Yep.
And this is where I, using modern stuff, but still cooking what I call in a proper way.
Yep.
So we just use this, okay, and the easiest way to use this, it comes in a big bag, and you want to keep it in the big bag, and then just keep wrapping up and keep it in the freezer. And you cut one bag, it's quite expensive, but it will last a very, very, very long time. And as long as you look after it and keep putting it back in the freezer, it's no problem. Okay? So all I do is take a little bit of this and just gently brush that onto the top. And I just put a little bit underneath the fillet as well. Okay? Do you want to start peeling those mangoes for me? Yeah? You can use that knife there. Okay? Just go around them. Okay? Just on that with top and tail them and just go round like a peel like you would an orange. Okay? Then same on the other one. Just underneath that fillet, like that. Okay? And then we lay the thin side to the fat side to the thin side. So that goes down like that. Okay? And then all I do then is take a little bit of the marinade, spoon that onto the cling film. Don't go mad. Put that into it, okay? And then just roll that up. You need quite a lot of cling film around it to help to keep its shape. And then just tie both ends. Make sure you get all the air out of it. You've got everything in there. So that's your 2 quail breasts. And then the same thing with the leg.
Just while Rupert's doing that, you in the audience, we've got some samples coming around you. There's an Asian Master stock base, which is coming around from the team at Essential Cuisine. So have a taste of that.
That's brilliant. That's great.
We promised you, didn't we, if you sat down, we'd feed you.
Okay, same with the leg. So I've just put in that cavity where I've taken the bone out, put the powder in there, and then just roll that again. Same again. A little bit of the marinade in there. And then just roll that up in there. And then that needs about 12 hours to stick, to let it glue. Yeah? So you need to leave that for
You got 15 minutes.
That's fine. I've got a special way of speeding that up. Okay? Then the legs, I cook for about 3 hours at 72 degrees. So what I do is cook them in a batch, cook them straight out into ice water, and then hold them in the fridge.
Yep.
Then they're ready for service.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the breasts, this takes about 40 minutes at 62 degrees.
Okay.
For that one. So you'd obviously cook them when you do it,
yeah.
And then these you can cook to order.
Okay.
Okay? So that's our 2 things ready. And I like this way of doing stuff where it's all neat. It's cling film. You can date it. You can label it. You can have it in your fridge.
Yeah.
It's a clean and neat way of working. You want to put those into
So I'm assuming you've got some cooking out the back, have you?
I have indeed.
You have indeed. So talk us through water bathing then. We'll need to talk in work. So why are we water bathing?
For certain things, it's brilliant.
Yep.
For other things, I don't think it is.
Okay.
We've done quite a lot of stuff with water baths. Just take them in the back. I don't need them. That's fine. We've got some ready. I've been using water baths a long time now. A friend of mine worked with Daniel Clifford, and then he came and sort of got me started, and then I've done some work with Sous-vide tools and stuff like that.
Yep.
They kind of got me with it doing. And we've gone from using them for lots and lots of things. Now we're a bit more select in what we use them on. This dish it works great for, especially marinated things, because it's slow cooking, so you're helping to get the the flavour in there and whatnot. But other things, like we were talking on the drive down here today, we were talking about vat packing sous vide venison. I think that's awful. It's much better to just cook it in a pan, foaming butter. Yeah. But the other thing with it is that you can get things cooking whilst you're like with the combis. So your pork bellies, you shove them in at night, you go home, and your pork bellies are cooking while you're at home. Yeah. Whereas you used to have them in the oven, they'd boil dry, you'd burnt them, you know what I mean? It's just a much easier way. And it's cleaner because you've got your bags, they're all labelled up, you'll get stickers on. So it just works. But it's about choosing the right things to cook with it.
Okay. What are we doing next then, Chef?
Right, we're going to do next, we are on so we're going to make the quail sauce, which is quite straightforward. So I've got some chicken stock in here, just reducing down. Normally I'd roast the bones off, chuck them in. It's a very simple sauce, no messing. Then in with the marinade, into that, and we'll just let that continue to reduce down. And Mackenzie's under strict instructions to not let that burn. Okay, can you get rid of that chopping board for me? And I'm just going to go and wash my hands, and I'll be back in 10 seconds.
Shall we have a game of I Spy while he's out there? Why did his chefs do that? Can we get some hand washing water on the thing so we don't have to evict the chefs from the stage? I Spy with my little eye, something beginning with S. Hey, welcome back, Rupert Rowley.
Right, Mackenzie, you're going to do this for me quickly. Okay, so we're just going to dice these mangoes. So just cut around there. Cut around that side. Smells good already, that sauce, doesn't it? Okay. Here's me not being able to cut a mango. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't realise that. They've just told me that.
I didn't realise that either. Okay. Sorry.
So, Mackenzie, just cut that in half like that. Okay. Go across there. So do it that big. Yeah. Okay. And then, yeah, you do that. So, right. And then I need you to dice up about a little bit of that red chilli as well. Okay, for me. Right. So next we're going to make let me check I'm going right on my list. We're going to do a little mango chutney. Okay. So we've got some mango diced up. Obviously, mango comes in all different. Sometimes they're ripe and they're stunning. Sometimes they're like eating a potato. Obviously, people say, "Oh, I'll never accept them." Well, sometimes you have to, because you need them for that lunch, and your veg supply is difficult, and da-da-da. So, you've got to be adaptable. And this works really well, because depending on how you do the recipe, depends on how good your mangoes are. If they're really, really good, just cook them a little tiny bit. Can you just cut me that in half? Cook them a little bit. If they're not so good, cook them a bit longer. It just makes life simple. And I think with everything, you've got to have a backup plan. Cut me that in half. Brilliant, thanks.
You've done a great job there, Mackenzie. Well done.
So, a little bit of sugar in a pan. Again, so if your mangoes aren't very good, you'd put a bit more sugar in. If they're really good, just a tiny bit.
Cut yourself.
Oh, shit. Go on. You're all right. Go and sort that out. Let's get rid of that. That's fine. That's fine. Right, I'm going to turn this on. Okay, so we're just going to take this up to a light caramel. Okay? It's all right. Do you want to just go and give me that a wash out the back? Just don't cut your fingers on it. Right, so we're going to get our mango chutney up to a light caramel. We've got some lime, and we've got our mango there. So we'll just let this come up. We've just got our sauce reducing down.
Mackenzie's fine, by the way.
See the paramedics arriving. Where's that water?
What do you need, Chef?
I just want that water.
So whilst Rupert's looking for his water, we got some micro coriander coming out into the audience for you. Just have a little taste of that, supplied by the team over there at Westlands.
All right, brilliant, thank you. Yeah, please, that'd be great. So we're just going to dice up a little bit of chili. Just keep an eye on that. again, how much chili you put in or don't put in is completely up to you. Okay.
I just turned it up.
Turn it up. Yeah, let's get that caramelising. Right, we need a bowl to chuck that into when it comes out. There we go. Okay, right. Can you just get me some water, please? You just take a jug there. Just grab me a little bit of water. Just cold water's fine. Yeah, so that's starting to caramelise now. Just there. So we'll just chuck our mango into that. What left? Okay. Pick up the pace a bit.
Okay, so we're making the mango salsa. What's next?
So that cooking on there. So we're going to do that. Just add a little bit of lime to that. And we'll just let that cook down. Okay. And then just a tiny bit of zest. Okay. Just pour me some water into that pan. Yeah. Keep pouring, I'll tell you when to stop. A little bit of lime zest in there. Come on.
That smells great, huh?
Okay. Right, that's it, brilliant. That'll do. Okay, lovely. Right, you can just put that water on the top there. So we just turn, so in this pan here, we've got caster sugar, a little bit of water, and we're just going to turn that right up. P, you said, didn't you, for full power?
Yeah, flat
And
out
into that, we're going to chuck some peanuts, and we're just going to bring that up to 120. Okay, so this is for the spicy peanuts. Would you go and get me from the water bath in the back? There's 2 quail legs. Just bring them out for me. Okay. Yeah, that's dead. Okay, so we just keep cooking that down with that chutney. So in with the peanuts, caster sugar, water, your peanuts, and just bring that up to the boil, and you want it up to about 120, and then we're going to take them straight out of there and drop them into the fryer, and that's for our spice nuts. So you just get like a sugar coating and then crispy round on the outside. Then we've also got the other garnish for this dish is we've got some crackers. These again, we buy these in. Again, if you can buy something in that's as good as you can make, why not? Why wouldn't you? So these are from MSK, and these are quite cool because you get a little special seasoning with them as well, so you can add that to it. So you can see that we just keep bringing that mango down. Okay, brilliant, that's great. Just put them on the top there.
Do you need those out of the cling film, chef?
Yes, please. If you want to just set a pair of scissors, very carefully pull them out of the cling film. Okay?
Or?
Okay, so we'll just take that off now. Put that into there. Okay. That down there. So with these, all we do, just drop them straight into the fryer. Can I just come in here? Sorry, I just need to get to that. Okay. And they will puff up. So those there. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. They look
Those
good.
come straight out.
Sorry, I was just washing my hands.
You're right. So a little bit of our spice on there.
Wet hands, electric microphone. What could go wrong?
So that goes on there. Okay. Put them back under there. Just get this.
So quail's coming out. Salsa's done.
Yeah.
We got our
Sauce is on.
sauces on. Crackers done.
Peanuts are bubbling away.
Peanuts are bubbling
They're going to
away.
be the last minute.
Yeah.
Should have put them on a bit earlier.
That's all right.
I'm just going to have a glass of water wherever it's gone. Didn't get one? Oh, there we go. Thank you. Too much talking.
You're all right.
Okay, so yeah, so sauce, we'll just get that back bubbling a bit, and we're going to add to that coconut milk. What I always tend to do with this is take the, you know, tins of coconut milk always split. You always end up with the water at the bottom and the sort of fat on the top. So I always tend to take the top first and get that in there, and then add the water as you need to let it down. Okay, so we just get that reducing down in there. So we've got a cracker, got our mango.
Quail's ready.
Sauce is coming. Quail's ready. Right, brilliant. We'll go back to talking about the quail. So with this, can people see here? Is that?
Yeah. Cameras will pick it up. Yeah,
so with this, what we do now is what's quite cool is if you've got a barbecue or char grill or anything like that, you can put this onto that to get that flavour to grill it. But if you haven't, and I certainly wasn't bringing one today, the other thing to use is a blowtorch, which works really, really well, if they like. So there we go. So just very carefully.
So basically, it's cooked all the way through, and what you're doing is just
sealing it off,
searing the outside. Yeah.
But I like. You don't want to burn it, but you want it to be coloured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But you've got to do this quite methodically, working your way around. Try not to burn your fingers. Yeah. Thank you. Can you? There's a probe there. Can you just get me that probe on?
Do you want it in the peanuts?
No, just keep checking. They want to go to 120. They're not there yet. They'll go really thick and syrupy. If you want to just give me that saucer whisk as well. Okay. Sorry. Say that again.
We got a whisk?
In there. Okay, legs as well. Okay, so that's done. In that. Just get on it.
What have we got temperature-wise?
What are we at? 99. We're
We're
on full whack, aren't we?
We're getting there.
We're getting there. Right.
No, just in the peanuts.
Okay.
So quail's done now. We've got that.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Put a bit more marinade in there. Go in there. And we're just going to add a touch of lime juice to that. Okay, and then we just finish that with just some butter, just to thicken it up a touch. Okay, that goes in there. What's quite good, just give it a little hand blend with a hand blender, but we've not got one at the minute, so that's fine. So we'll just whisk that up. Then we're going to pass that off. Another pan here. And a sieve. Peanuts are coming along, that's ready. We're using that board to plate up on. If you just get me those two plates out and put them on there, and if you can just grab me another chopping board just to slice this quail on, please.
I'll get you a chopping board.
That'd be great. So we should have seasoned these when they came out of the fryer, but I forgot. So we just put a bit of sea salt on there. So we'll pass that off. Thank you.
Oh, that smells good.
Okay, so we'll get rid of that. That's done there. Brilliant, that's on there. So, right, the peanuts are just starting to come. You can see when they start, can you see there? Oh, you can see it. Yeah, they start to get thick and get coated. So they're not quite ready yet. We're nearly there. If you could just get a tissue, just give me those plates a little bit of a clean. Just give them a wipe, clean them up. And I've got a new board and I need a knife. I've got here. So all we're going to do, okay, just take the ends off here.
That's the chef's bit, right?
Yeah. Quite good. When we have the kitchen bench now, the guys ask for the end bits because their faces when they see you cut them off and eat it, they're like horrified. So one guy we had to put a plate on and all the end bits went on there for him to eat, but it, saves it getting wasted. So all I do is slice that in half. I just leave one slightly bigger, one slightly smaller. Doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay, so that's our quail. With the legs, all I do is go around the top and just scrape that back. Just nick that off. There.
What's the temperature
just
on the
turn me
peanuts?
those peanuts back up, will you? Have they gone off? Can you tell me the temperature? What we're at? Okay, so that's that. What we at? It's not exact. It's slightly over, slightly under. We're not going to. We won't fall out about it. Okay, so what we at there? No, we're not quite there yet. So with our chutney, then we just come around here. Okay, do you want to just get rid of that for me? We don't need that. Just get rid of those bits there. Okay.
Chef, you want this quail back on that tray?
Please, yeah, please. Right. I'm not going to try and quenelle that because it's not going to stick. So mango chutney goes on. Okay.
Waste not, want not. I'll take one away, don't worry.
So that's on there. So we'll just put our quail onto there. Okay, get rid of that for me, please. Do
you want to just check the temperature of the peanuts for us?
Quail on. Put our leg on.
What we got?
Oh, we're looking. Come on. Well, we're nearly there. We're getting there. By the time I've done this, we do that right at the last minute. So on with our cracker. Okay. Where's our coriander?
There, chef.
There were some scissors somewhere.
Do you want those?
Ah, is that in? Yeah, there we go.
Good, that quail.
It's all right, yeah?
Done that before, haven't you?
A couple of times. Okay, just the coriander. I'm not really a tweezer kind of guy. I'm more kind of just chuck it on kind of guy. I can't be bothered with it. I'll be honest with you. It's too much hassle. So that's ready. Sauce is ready. Right, we're going to do these peanuts a bit early because we're short of time.
What I'm going to do, chef, all right?
Yeah.
Is I'm just going to move that one there.
No worries.
Just because the camera's picking up this
Can you
one,
open me that bag and can you get me a bowl?
Oh, sorry.
Can you just get me a bowl from down there or a pan will do? Actually, that'll be spot on. There we go. Right, now then.
Open it up.
With these, okay. Straight out.
That's it.
Can you see that? Can you see they're coated now? You can tell when they're ready because they've got a coating on. So you take that out, drop them straight in the fryer.
You want this on the heat, chef?
No, that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine. That's fine. So just pass me another pan. Just that one down there. That'd be great. Okay. And we're just looking for them to go golden brown. Okay. So I've got the fryer on full power. You can do this with any nuts. It doesn't have to be peanuts, Brazil nuts, whatever. And these work brilliant as a little bar snack or a canapé or something like that. So we'll just let them go golden brown. Sauce is ready. We've got a little Madras curry paste, and we're going to use salt and black pepper just to season these. Can you see they're now colouring? Okay. So they come out into a bowl or a pan. Then to that, add our curry powder. Turn this all off now. Black pepper. Salt. Toss your nuts.
As you do.
As you do. I got told we used to do these as a canapé and I used to call them chef's hot spicy nuts, and the restaurant manager didn't like that. I have no idea why, because I thought it was quite nice. But so just a few of those.
Can you dress the other one for me, chef?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just a few of those.
We can come back to that one, but that's
on
the
top.
camera's picking that one up. That's it. Lovely.
Okay. And then we just finish that with our sauce. I'm doing it again, aren't I? I'm doing the wrong
Yeah,
plate.
that's all right. Don't worry. If you do that one first for me, then you can come back to the other one. Awesome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Rupert, give us a dish, please.
So we've got spiced quail with mango, coconut, and peanuts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rupert Rowley. Okay, I'm going to come down into the audience. Anyone's got a question? Ask Rupert the question. Anyone got a question? Hands in the air. Don't be shy. You get a mug. Don't be shy. Who's got a question? What they all want is something to eat, Rupert. What have we got for them to eat?
So we're going to do the rest of these nuts.
Yeah.
Can they eat the plates? Yeah.
Yeah, one of them, but not
One
the
of
other.
them.
Any questions
So
for
let's get the
Rupert?
rest of
Hands in
these
the air.
in.
Yes, madam. If you 1 second, if you can introduce yourself and then ask Rupert the question.
Oh my goodness. Rachel Rowe. I just want to know where I got the crackers from.
Crackers, they're from MSK.
MSK.
MSK,
Okay.
my new employees.
Yes, madam. The same thing. If you can introduce yourself and then ask Rupert the question.
My name's Victoria. What would be the shelf life of the nuts that you've just done?
Oh, indefinite, really. Yeah, I normally do them again, I always make stuff in batches, always. Kilner jars, make sure they're cool, into Kilner jars. I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Okay.
There's nothing to,
Yeah.
there's nothing there to go off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's nothing there. The only thing you've got to make sure is that if you're going to keep them, that you've boiled them to the high temperature, so you got rid of most of the moisture, and really fried them so they're dry. But yeah, as long as you look after them, they're keep indefinitely.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, time for one more question. Anyone else got a question? No. Have we got a glass of champagne for Rupert? Yes.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Massive round of applause. Rupert Rowley.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're going to get some samples out into the audience now. We're also going to whip Rupert away over here to do some media work. So I'm going to get the students to finish off doing what Rupert's doing. We're going to get cleared down. And then we've got another chef waiting in the wings who's going to be on stage in 25 minutes' time.